What's going on, guys? It's your boy Six, and today we're gonna be having a very interesting story. And as you can see by the title, yes, recently I almost blew both of my fingers, these two fingers, um, off of my hand, and it all happened with Galaxy Guys and doing Nas, whippets, whatever you want to call it. Now, for the people who are totally in the blue of what Galaxy Guys and whippets are, um, it's basically um I want to say it's nitrous oxide. Yeah, it's nitrous oxide, and it literally makes your brain lose oxygen, and it makes you dizzy. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel light, and it just basically gives you a very. It's almost like a vape, but very more intense head high, if you will. So yeah, that's basically what Galaxy Gas is. It's sold in any liquor store you can find Nas. And that's what makes it so dangerous is that at any age you can go to any smoke shop, any shady smoke shop, and purchase a canister of that. So at the end of the day, that's why I want to make a disclaimer before we even get into the video. I do not promote use of anything or anything that is spoken in this video. Is purely experience and is not promotion at all. So let's get into it. So blowing my finger off almost with Galaxy Guys. Um, so the story basically starts off with me and a close friend. We were just looking for something to do, and we didn't really have much going on. So we got a bottle, we got buds, um, a few other things that I'd rather not say as of right now. It'll probably be mentioned in later story times. It'll probably be put into other story times to be revealed. But now we're just gonna stick with we were drinking heavy, smoking weed, and we were fucked. Let me tell you, we were rolling. I wanna say, I wanna say maybe the whole day we drunk and smoked the whole day just for us to stay up the whole night drinking, continuing to smoke, and then we had the bright idea, like, let's go pick the homies up. Now, I was already with one of my main homies, my main squeeze. We still good to this day. I just spoke to him yesterday, crazily. We spoke about this same situation. We laughed about it, and yeah, that's what kind of inspired me to make the video. But back on topic, we decide at late as hell, maybe like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, we decide to go get a canister of Galaxy Gas. Now, at this point, I wasn't experienced with this, nor did I really know much about it or like know the do's and don'ts. And that right there plays a big part into the story later down the road when we get there. But yeah, me not knowing the do's and don'ts of Galaxy Gas had a horrible cause and effect. So we decided to go get it, and we spent about like $50 each. We spent about $50 each for one big canister, and we had actually went to go pick two homies up so that we could kick it, and everything seemed fine, man. It was a great night slash morning, because that's kind of what it was. It was a night slash morning. Like, it was such a great morning that, like, it was cold. It was super cold around this time. And I remember being so lit and so in the moment that, like, we had all the windows down. We could hear the birds chirping, crispy morning. It just seemed like nothing could go wrong. Until, literally, I promise you, I fill up a balloon, the homie fill up a balloon, we fill up all the homies is passing it back and forth. We're filling up balloons, we're having fun, and we're getting absolutely dizzed out. When I say I'm like, at this point, I'm hearing a sound in my head that's like a ringing sound, like just almost constantly, bro, as I'm like blurred out vision. Now, my boy was driving and I had the canister. Now, one of my boys in the back seat, the left side back seat, no, the left side back seat, There you go. That was like a tongue twister. But he asks for it, and I pass it back to him, and he does what he does when he fills up his balloon, and then he puts it back on the middle console sideways. Now, this is where I say me not knowing the do's and don'ts of doing certain things, and this particularly, it costed me so much this morning because I didn't know. I found out later down the road that you're not supposed to fill your balloon up with it sideways. I had no idea. So when it got put back sideways, I instantly start to fill my balloon up. And it was sideways. When I tell you, it happened so quick, but I was so fucked up that I couldn't react quick enough for it not to be as bad as it was. Now, yeah, so we're driving. I start to fill it up sideways, and literally halfway filling it up, like the tip of the nozzle and the balloon that was connected to it froze. Like it just froze. You feel me? And then next thing you know, the balloon popped. Bow. And now what's being blown out, the frozen air that's being blown out from the tank is going straight to my hand. Now my boy literally takes his direction off of the road, and we're both just, it's hitting my hand and I'm just holding it there in the nos because I was so smacked that I didn't feel it at first. You feel me? So I'm just sitting here watching my hand shrivel up, and literally, like, after I realized, I snatch it away, and boys, me and my homie in the front are looking at my hand, and they're literally shriveled up, all white, like look like they're about to fall off, and it burns like hell. Now, I'm gonna be real. In the moment, I didn't feel the immense pain that I would the next day. Now, I'm gonna add pictures of what it looked like day one, and then like maybe 3 days after. But even those two pictures don't show the severity of it because it got so much more worse. But yeah, so me and my boy is in the car, and we're looking at my hand, and we're just staring at each other. No words get said, bro. And literally, bro, like, as my hands were shriveled up, I grabbed them and I started to move them because I felt them getting stiff, and I started to try to like move them. When I tell you, this was one of the most stupidest things I have ever done, or like had happen to me by doing something stupid. And it was just not a good day, bro. I'm gonna be real. I was so faded and messed up and drunk in the moment that I didn't even care. I kept on partying, I kept on hanging, and I kept having fun. But in the back of my mind, the pain was working in the background. I'm gonna be real. I couldn't feel it really, but it was working its way in the background slowly as I was sustaining more of the injury, and it was becoming worse. So, yeah, so we go about our day chilling. I go home, I go to sleep. Boom, I wake up, and this is day one. This is day one of the bullshit. No cap. So, one thing I can sit here and genuinely tell you is that doing Nas is not the way to go, bro. I'm gonna be so real, and this is just from my experience, bro. Nas will make you stupid. It'll have you doing stupid things, and it is just not the way to go, bro. Like, you gotta understand, Nas is literally not nitrous oxide. Literally, you're putting that in your lungs, and you're allowing that to deprive your brain of oxygen. So, like, best thing that I can tell you, and the best thing that I can give you on advice wise, is do not do it. Stay away from it. This video alone should allow you to understand that it is not a safe thing to do. Anything can go wrong when you're doing Nas, injury wise or effect wise. People pass out and never wake up from Nas. So with me being able to tell this story and still be here, I'm very grateful, and I definitely do not take it for granted. So that's just my disclaimer, and then that's just my experience with it. And yeah, I almost had to get my fingers amputated. So and it was just a scary situation, bro. I've never had a balloon explode in my face with such ferocity that yeah, it definitely like made me never want to do Nas again because it was so random. It was such a good morning turned to a disaster. So yeah, man, that's really it for the story time. That's how it ends. You know, I ended up healing completely. My hand is fine, but it could have been a lot worse. So I hope you guys enjoyed. It's your boy Six, and I'm out.
Don't get scared when I do drugs, girl, this ain't new to you. If you hadn't picked me out of 10 niggas, you wouldn't know who is